can you really break up without hurting each other? Because you wouldn't like to break up in order to break down.
Like me, if I need a lady, first of all, what motivates me to a lady? First, I look at my ambition.
Okay.
That's the first thing in life, which a man will attain, that will not really want to play in a woman. Except that man is not thinking well, or except the woman doesn't worth it. A man going after a lady knows his mind. Okay, this lady I'm going after, I just want to have a short-term relationship with her. Okay, now this lady I am going after, I want to have a long-term relationship with her, which may definitely lead to marriage. Do you understand? For me, let me use myself as an example. During the talking stage, I can ask a woman, are you religiously inclined? I don't love a woman that goes to church too much. That's me.
But it's not bad to go to church.
If a woman, if my woman goes to church too much, no, we don't align. When going after a woman, understand yourself first, and also try to see if this woman could also understand your ways of life. Because most relationships today are not working because women are so entitled. It's not making sense anymore. Someone like me, me I go tell you, I don't get money, I don't go give you. They know me as stingy man. That is me. I am a proud one. I am a proud stingy man
of Nigeria.
This thing is, if a woman loves a man, what you should look out for is trying to see how you can be supportive. If the man is compatible with you, same with the man. If you see a woman that is reasonable and is willing to learn and is willing to grow and support what you are doing, support that woman too. Help her to grow.
When you want to break up a relationship, how do you end that intimate relationship? Can you really break up without hurting each other? Because you wouldn't like to break up in order to break down. Hello, viewers. It's always good to have you here. My name is Ekemine Ekwere, the host of Uproot the Issue podcast. This is a podcast that centers on self-growth, family life, and societal development, and every issues affecting you, even in the process of trying to build a lasting relationship. And in our today's session, we are trying to look at one pressing issue that we play down. We don't really put it into consideration when we are about ending any chapter of a serious relationship. And so when you are in a relationship and you feel that you can't do it anymore, how do you go about ending that relationship? Can you end a relationship without hurting each other? Join us as we start the conversation. In this studio, I have with me a realtor and a life coach. He is a lover of philosophy. His name is Mr. Etienne Obasi Gabriel Nyong. Thank you very much, sir, for joining me.
It's a pleasure having you.
Okay. So join us as we start the conversation. So, sir, when we are talking about intimate relationship, when you want to start anything serious with a lady, okay, or even the lady starting anything about accepting a guy or to date a guy, now, what are those things you shouldn't push aside before starting a relationship?
I understand that there are different types of relationship, and we can't talk about relationship without not having at the back of our mind deception. I want to be real. I may deceive a lady that I need something serious just to get something from her. A lady may deceive me that she is serious
In order to get
be
something
with me,
from
or
you.
to get something from me. So it's a two-way thing. And I may try to portray my real intention, but my motive is
different.
not something good. But because I have an underpinning interest on the lady. Might be the father is rich.
Okay.
Might be the woman is a working class.
Okay.
Might be the woman is sound.
Okay.
Might be the woman is socially oriented.
Okay.
Might be the woman is someone I would love to be going out with.
Okay.
I may try to look at his, should I say, her background to understand how I would want to play with words just to get her.
Oh.
And these are the things I will use to present during the talking stage, in quotes, talking stage. And the woman in turn will also look at my own background to understand, do I have something to offer her?
Okay.
How is my family background? Am I sound? Am I politically inclined? Am I financially stable? Can
Okay.
I take care of her? Can I extend the benevolence to her family? Sometimes these things may be real. Sometimes it might be a core deception from either of the party. And if, let me say, it is something serious, like me, if I need a lady, first of all, what motivates me to a lady? First, I look at my ambition.
Okay.
That's the first thing in life, my ambition. If I want to be a politician, though I am,
Okay.
I will need a lady that is extremely outspoken. I will need a lady that can represent. I will need a lady that is influential. I mean, a lady that is not someone that is shy,
Okay.
full of fear. I will need someone that can withstand pressure if it comes. And apart from that, if I see these qualities in a lady and I deem it fit to say, okay, I have seen this in her, this is how I'm going to place my weight just to make sure that I can convince her to be my woman. Though sometimes without the intention of making something serious with the lady, some guys does. I don't really think, apart from there are some there are some certain stage in life which a man will attain that will not really want to play on a woman.
Oh.
Except except that man is not thinking well, or except the woman doesn't worth it.
Okay.
So when you get to that stage in life, there are some qualities, intrinsic qualities, which a man
Look out for.
definitely look out for in a woman.
Oh.
Like I have said before now, that there are some things I look out for in a woman, considering first my ambition. At that point, I am not seeing myself alone. I am seeing
The
myself
woman
and
and
the
the
woman.
woman.
Are we compatible? Can we align? Do you understand? So these are the things that a man needs to place on a woman during that particular time of talking stage to know if both partners can be compatible.
Okay.
On the other side, a lady also has some qualities she will look out for in a man.
Amen.
There are some ladies that love a man that plays ear, that plays his. Women sometimes they love
Things
I
differently.
don't even understand. I can recall when a lady told me that she loves a man because whenever the man talks, her voice sounds like that of a baby. Can you imagine? I was astonished. Like, now it made you love the guy with that. She said the guy voice they sound like baby voice. Now say she like guy with the cool.
Okay, so someone that
That
is calm.
alone. Now, and I asked her, now what if the guy with time start having this
A
big
deeper voice,
voice?
yes.
How will you say? Since that the first thing when you make me love him, go see there now.
Okay.
You understand?
So she was after the voice and not.
Ask a lady today. Ask a typical, let me say, Nigerian lady today, what makes you love a man? And watch and see if there will be a reasonable feature that she's going to display. It is only a man when you get to that stage that knows what he wants. But some ladies don't really know what they need in life. They only fall for a man because a man has a car,
Okay.
or because the man is socially inclined. The man normally take her to club, or the man normally spend
On her.
but not trying to figure out that life is beyond those things.
Those things. Okay. So you've placed the point now that in relationship, when you are dating a lady, there are things you should look out for. All right,
Definitely.
and there are things you should consider. So talking about the talking stage now, because I believe it's the very most important stage
Very
that you should not
important.
neglect. So that what are those things in the talking stage, those kind of conversations that the partners should have even before starting the relationship?
Yeah, like I have said earlier, it depends on what the man wants.
Hmm.
Do you understand? A man going after a lady knows his mind. Okay, this lady I'm going after, I just want to have a short-term relationship with her. Okay, now this lady I am going after, I want to have a long-term relationship with her, which may definitely lead to marriage. Do you understand? But sometimes we may have this at the back of our mind. Okay, now I want to make this lady my lifetime woman. But on the long run, this woman may definitely bring out some character that the man will may sit down and like, is this really the lady that I knew before now, or is there something wrong? A lady also, when trying to look out for a man, there are those qualities that she's okay. Now, if I see these things in a man, I can make with that man. Now, that's an important conversation. Like for me, let me use myself as an example. During the talking stage, I can ask a woman, "Are you religiously inclined?" I don't love a woman that goes to church too much. That's me.
But it's not bad to go to church.
If a woman, if my woman goes to church too much, no, we don't align. I love God. I believe in God.
Yes.
But there is no relationship between believing in God and going to church. If you want to pray, we can pray in our house.
Okay.
If you want to do charity, we must not take money and every time, food, everything to church. There is way we can do the charity work.
Okay.
So don't tell me I want to go to church, I want to go and see my reverend father, I want to go and see my pastor, I want to go and see my daddy. And some women will be even calling their pastors daddy.
Daddy.
Which they can't even,
They can't even call you daddy in the house. Daddy. My daddy.
my mustache,
daddy.
you know, if you call me daddy. I don't understand. So there are some things that's important. Like I have mentioned being so religious.
Okay.
I have mentioned having many, like, I don't like a man that keeps many friends. Few friends that are highly intelligent.
Okay.
Friends that you can learn from. Not a friend that every Friday she will call, hello, where are you? Can we club tonight? Clubbing is not bad. Quote
never.
me right. Clubbing is not bad. Though I haven't clubbed before. But clubbing is not bad. If it is something that you do maybe once in a while.
Okay.
And going to club, you must go with your partner. Go there, enjoy yourselves, and go back. Also, ask a lady, if you are a man, what do you love? What are the things that you love and the things that you hate?
You hate, you dislike, okay?
Yeah. Let the man understand. Like if I am going after a girl, I'll ask you, do you love politics?
Okay.
Do you love a man that goes to church often? Do you love a man that is, like, should I say, that belong to certain organizations?
Okay.
Or there's some women that if you tell them, okay, I belong to one or two organizations, they will like, I don't like that group, I don't like this. No, you have to let the woman know these things so that it won't be a problem tomorrow. You ask a woman, do you love my family?
Oh.
Important too. Because you can't have a woman that is not in love with your family.
Oh.
A man also should not have a woman that he doesn't love her family. This thing is kind of reciprocal acts. Do you understand?
So how about the place of sexual compatibility? So
I'm coming. And also, ask a woman, are you a sex addict? Do you love sex that much?
Okay.
But there are some men, due to everyday activities, going to work just to make money,
There's no time.
they don't even have time. Some don't even have erection, because once a man is broke, no erection.
Erection don't go.
Once a man is broke, no erection. And also ask a woman, try to understand the level of a woman's IQ.
Oh.
But there are some women that have this inferiority complex.
Okay.
That sometimes you make a statement, they will now feel as if you are looking down on them.
Okay.
Do you understand? So sometimes check these things. Just try to do balancing. Understand the woman. Understand yourself first. When going after a woman, understand yourself first. And also try to see if this woman could also understand your ways of life. Do you get it?
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend back then at the University of Calabar, you know, though we did not date for that long. I during the talking stage, did you know what she told me?
No.
She told me until I go with her to her church before she will accept.
That was a condition.
That was a condition. And I was like, I not even dey go my own church finish.
You come
I
go-
won't follow you go your own church. May you accept, may we date.
At which church is she?
I
which
don't
church
want
is
to
she?
mention the name of the church.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I was like, you must follow me to my church before I accept. And I asked her, is that really important
Yes.
than how we should discuss on if we are compatible?
Or not.
What does church has to do with relationship? It has nothing to do with relationship. Let's be real. All those things that they will tell you, church this, church that, pastor will give you a discussion how to live. There is no one that would groom your family more than the man and the woman. There is no much conversation by a reverend father, by a pastor, by a deacon, by an evangelist that will change a marital home, except the two parties agree to work things out. Let's be real. So when I told her, I can't come to your church. I can't come to your church. If that's a condition, then let it be. It means that you don't have something important that you look out for in a man. So if I just decide to come to your church, even if I happen to be a thief, you will accept. Even happen to be a kidnapper, you will accept. Because you don't have anything tangible, something reasonable to look out for in a man than telling a man to come to your church before you accept her. Accept him to be your partner. So there are these things that should be discussed which are more crucial than some social and flattering characteristics in someone.
Oh, so now looking at the talking stage now, if a lady, because sometimes on social media you see I can't date a guy that is earning 100K, I can't date a guy that is earning 50K. So for you, will you, if a lady gives you that kind of vibe, I can't date a guy that is earning 100,000, what will you be bringing to the table? How will you be able to pay my this, pay my that? So how will you, what will be your turn off at that
You
level?
understand? Sometimes when you see men now trying to be rude with women, it is because they have come to realize the reality that most women commercialize relationship. A woman that will say, if a man is earning 100,000, I can't date him. How much are you earning?
In a month?
I know it is the duty of a man to provide for a woman. It is natural. It is natural.
Is it mandatory?
Yeah, providing for a woman should be on something that are important.
Okay.
In this same podcast, I have mentioned that before, that a man should only spend on the lady on things that are important. So now, if a man is earning 100,000 at salary monthly, and a woman is saying, I can't date a man earning such amount of money, how much are you earning? It means that that woman is not after building relationship, but she's after the money, which means that he doesn't have anything to offer in the relationship. So if a lady wants a man that is earning ₦1 million, 2 million, 10 million as salary, then you must also try to earn at least 5 million. If a man is earning 100,000, you earn 50,000 now, or earn 80,000 now.
At least.
At least.
You are helping the
no
process.
come be parasite on top person money. all of us they hustle. Country hard. So if you need man where they earn 1 million, you at least earn 500,000. No come be parasite. So that once a man no get money chop, if you call you say, babe, how far? Hunger dey. You say money give am. The same way woman go call man say, I am hungry. I need money.
Just 2K.
This thing now, you see me. I do tell some of my friends that if some men, I am not against taking care of a woman. Quote me right. I have said that it is the duty of a man to provide for a woman.
Okay.
But there are some situations that women do take it as being like they're entitled.
Yes, entitlement mentality.
You must pay for their hair. You must pay for their nails. You must subscribe their phones every week. you must buy them phones. Now, if she's using the phone for something important, maybe all this social media,
Yeah,
work and
content
all,
creators.
it is good. Even if na laptop you want, man, where the reasonable go give you.
Okay.
Maybe they use phone, they do TikTok. They are not earning.
At least that person
If the man no give you some,
well
you go come vex. Maybe to use phone, they snap pictures, they post on social media. Money you are not making from it. If the man no give you data now, you go vex. Do you understand? So women should try not to commercialize relationship, because most relationships today are not working because women are so entitled. It's not making sense anymore. Someone like me, me I go tell you, I don't get money, I no go give you. Except na something wey I know say dey important, I no go give you. They know me as stingy man. That is me. In short, I am a proud one. I am a
Stingy
proud
Men
stingy
Association
man.
of Nigeria.
Yes, because you will not tell me that a young man will be going out to work, earning money, and you will be there at the corner of your room demanding thousands every day. It is not done like that. And some women are not even supportive. There are women that would never support a man. Supporting a man is not about giving the man money. A woman can have an idea that will generate money for a man. A man can have an idea that will generate money for a woman. So being supportive to a man is not giving the man money. Now, how can you, babe, this is your line of business. I read something on social media. I think if you try this could work.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's not every time you'll be talking about, another thing is that some women are really pressurizing young men into marriage. And if I may ask, how much are you making as a woman? Do you think that marriage is all about that societal display, they throw money, they eat, and people go back to their different houses? Marriage is beyond that. So if you want to be with a man and your intentions are pure, be a supportive woman. And also a man who has seen good qualities in a woman and he is willing to be with her should also support the woman. This thing is both sides. We are not in those days where one man will marry 10 wives and they'll be working, the wives will be working, going to farm, doing this and they will bring food for him. He will sit down in his balcony and be enjoying the food, eating like a thief. It's not like that again. Things have changed. When you see businessmen succeeding, there is much effort from their wives. And I'm telling you, they may not have all the ideas, but most of those ideas
are given to them
from the women, good women that they have.
Okay.
So what is important in relationship is during the talking stage, like I have said, try to see if the woman is your match. And if you see those things that you can bring it out in that woman, because if you have this sense of seeing something from far, there are some women that possesses good qualities. They have these good skills. They have this tendency of surviving very well, but they lack a man that will help them
to
bring out those
actualize
skills. That is it. So this thing is, if a woman loves a man, what you should look out for is trying to see how you can be supportive. If the man is compatible with you. Same with a man. If you see a woman that is reasonable and is willing to learn and is willing to grow and support what you are doing, support that woman too. Help her to grow. Relationship is not all about sex. Though sex is important as well. Because like I wanted saying earlier than now, there are men that love sex so much. And there are women that love sex so much. So during that talking stage, it is important to ask that lady, are you a sex addict? And lady also should ask the man, are you a sex addict? Because there are some men in the night that can fire on like 5 to 6 rounds.
You want quick person
and there's some women that even after 3-4 rounds, they will still tell you, I am not satisfied. These are also important things to discuss during talking stage. So that your woman no go come out, go knock another man. And your man no go come out, go knock another woman. You just sit down and say, my woman are faithful woman, my man are faithful. But something they go on.
And you know really
behind the scene where you don't know.
Okay. So now, why do we really have? Because honestly, we recently just seemed as if we can't really have a lasting relationship, an intimate relationship anymore. Then just they break up, break down, break everything. So why do we have break up more often now?
You know, I think one of the major reason for much breakups and divorce now is because people don't really talk to really understand themselves before being together. If I want to be with a lady now, like I have said, if I understand myself first, though you can't understand a woman,
Okay.
at least you also try to see if you could understand her. But you can never understand a woman. That is it. So when there is that zeal to build, to stay, to forgive, because you must tolerate each other. Oh. Nobody good. Man no good, woman no good. It's just to align. See how you can groom each other. A man can learn from a woman. A woman
And
can
also learn
learn
from a
from a
man.
man. So when each of the partner is being sagacious, being arrogant, being extremely proud, the relationship cannot work. Especially when one partner is serious about it. And another thing is pressure. A man can date a woman. A young man that is hustling, going out every day to look for money, and you will be there pressurizing him to come and marry you. So someone like me, I believe you. Go and marry who you want to marry. That is it. Sometimes, if you are a lady and maybe you feel you have overstayed, or maybe you have gotten to a stage or an age you could be married, and maybe someone you are dating is not making progress towards that, ask him, baby boy, where are we
Heading.
heading to? I have seen someone else that I want to be with. And a woman telling you that means that she has been cheating. Because you can't see someone today and talk of marriage after 2-3 weeks. Do you understand? It
Yeah, I
means
get
that
it.
she has been cheating. Do you understand? So now, if you see someone you want to align with, just tell, okay, I want us to break up. Let me see if I can go on with someone else. At least that person is ready to marry me. Since you are not set, you are not ready to marry me. Do you understand? So pressure also leads to people breaking up. Inconsistency. What you did during the talking stage,
You could
keep doing
not.
it. Let me give you a story. I recall in one of my relationships,
You get plenty relationship.
plenty now, man, no cast me. you know, uh, I I used to write poems. Then I was in University of Calabar. Used to write poems. So during anytime I want to talk to the lady, I'll send her poems on her WhatsApp. I will send her poems
Songs of
very early in
Solomon.
the morning to see how I can capture her mind and get her attention. So when we started dating, I now
Poems, no,
reduced
poems.
in those things. One day she woke up in the morning and said, sweetie, you don't send me poems again. What happened? Or were you only doing that just
Just to
to
get
get
me.
I said, no. That whenever a man is eager to get something, especially something good, a rational man should use all means to get it. The end justifies the means. That is it. So if I had used poem that time to get your attention, it no means say I no go dey do am again. At least once in a while, but e no go be as e been there before. Every
Why you don't
morning,
make am
every day
that
after. So why I talked about that is consistency also matters. What you were doing
before?
before, try as much as possible. If it's not 100%, at least 80 to 70%, to be doing those things just to make your partner happy. If you stop doing those things, another person is doing that particular thing which she loves, they will take her from you. That is it. It's reality. It's reality. Also, lack of forgiving spirit. There are some men.
Bad character everywhere.
There are some men that can't forgive.
Really?
And there are some women that can't forgive. And they will use that as an excuse to break up. Like they know too well that they can't forgive their partner. And they'll be looking for a way for their partner to fall a victim in what they know that they hate the most. Once that thing happens, they will now
Break up sharps.
I mean they look for a way to leave this person now. Once the thing happens, they now break up. So if partners don't have this forgiving spirit, they can't be together. The man will always wrong a woman. A woman will always wrong a man. I mean on daily basis. So if you want to stay, have that forgiving spirit. I know that there are some things someone will do to you and you can never forgive that person. It happens. But there's nothing that is not that someone will do to you that you can't forgive that person. There is nothing. Person they kill person now, they still forgive that person. They carry you go prison. They will still release you after you don't save your jail term finish. That's forgiveness from the government.
But how about from the individual that they killed and the families?
Even if government don't forgive you, if they lie, they forgive you. But there is no relationship that will work without
Forgiveness.
It is not like it can never happen. Do you understand? So when parties don't have that forgiving spirit, it can't work.
Oh.
Another thing is peer pressure. Peer pressure. A man that you get one quote where I've been read on Twitter. They say them they sabi the kind woman the man marry through is it a Asebi ladies wey go come the wedding.
Asebi, yes.
And then they also know the kind man they marry through the groomsmen.
Yes.
So if a woman has friends that love expensive things,
Luxurious life.
everything, going to club, driving with big cars, and when you come back home, you feel that you are not being taken care of by your man. You now start thinking, can I, in this relationship, let me also see if I can get a guy that can be flexing me like my friends. Also,
especially when your friends are, and one thing about women, they rub you.
that is it, and they will do it just for you to see. Put it on social media, put it on your WhatsApp status so that you feel intimidated. Do you understand? Peer group spoil relationship a lot. And also, if a woman or a man that love listening to advice from the friends, some friends no good, and some friends may not even like you dating that lady.
Some friends may even lure you to end up
Is
that
it?
relationship that they can take over.
As a man, some of your guys they either your woman.
But you know, Sabi.
You don't know. So small thing now go happen. They leave that woman. You know, go leave am, go for another one. Once you leave that woman, then go turn.
Sharps.
Then go turn, go they toast am. Some ladies too. There's some friends that the lady will have that don't even want to, like they are jealous of the lady dating the guy, and they're looking for all possible means for them to break up so that either of them can turn and can make it. It happens. I have seen many situations whereby a man gets married to a friend of lady that
the friend
they were dating. I have seen 2 or 3. So listening to bad advices from friends also cause breakup.
Okay, so now, because it seems, so that don't seem as if we are biased here. Looking at the ladies out there, I feel when you were talking about things that, lead to breakup in a relationship, I feel for me, I also feel that they are, because during the international men's, they asked the question, what are those 3 things you advise men to do without? I think almost 4 ladies, reacted immediately. And the guy, they should learn to be responsible, and I want they shouldn't live a fake life. Yes, guys shouldn't live a fake life, and so many other recommendations. And one thing I've noticed so well is that guys, I know it's something everyone mostly may have, but guys in relationship, I think guys really have this iota of pride. And another thing is the eating women. I know one thing that really scares ladies is when you have someone that is abusive, not just being abusive, verbally abusive, physically abusive, someone that hits you often, someone that spanks at you, someone that every simple thing you don't just feel secured around him. So for me, I feel this is one of the reasons why, instead of the, one thing about relationship is, where happiness is found, at least you can rest your head there. But a situation where the man you feel should be securing you is a threat already to your life and your happiness, I feel that's why most ladies do walk up. So, and that's why I say, like, why is it that we men, well, what are those things men should do without? Because it's becoming toxic in a relationship.
Sometimes we should try to understand the difference between pride and way of life. I have a friend that most people feel that is so arrogant, full of pride. But I've come to understand that that is the man's way of life. Are you getting it? So, men are always being shown to the world as being bad.
Nobody show the world that woman is bad.
Men, that is why a man who has struggled to make money will tell you that I don't want to marry. Because when I was broke, no man wants me. I am not saying that it's good for a man to be broke. But at least there are some things a woman will do to you when you don't have money and you start shedding tears. So men are always shown to the world as being the worst creature in the universe. I am not supporting a toxic relationship, or either am I supporting a toxic trait in a man. But before that toxic trait emanates from a man, or before that hitting from a man comes, there might be something that woman has done which has really, really provoked the man. I condemned domestic violence to the core. I can't even stand a man hitting my sister. But also, women, when talking about that men are being toxic, assess yourself first. How do you react to issues? How do you talk to the man? How do you handle issues? A man will not just wake up one day
and start hitting
and hit you. I am against it. Domestic violence, I am against it, but a man will not wake up one day and hit you. You might have done something that he has cautioned you million times.
to stop.
Which, to some extent, the man will be boiled up. And sometimes that act of hitting may not even come consciously. It might be unconscious, out of anger. Do you understand?
So you can be carried away.
That is it. It's possible. The same way a woman will be carried away to speak violently to a man. Violence is all about using your hand to hit someone. You can be violent with your words. That is it. So when women are saying that men should be responsible, what do you mean by being responsible? If a man loves drinking, but drink modestly, and you are a woman, you don't even love someone that drinks at all, you may see that man as being responsible.
You're responsible, right? Because
That
he's
is
drinking.
it. Yeah. It might not be a man that drinks to stupor, get intoxicated. Do you understand? But maybe just drinking, but because of the church that woman is attending, that church know they take alcohol, that church know they drink. So now you now see that man as being irresponsible because he's drinking, and your church and your pastor have been telling you that drinking is bad. You will now classify the man as being irresponsible. So sometimes we should try to streamline these things. There are semantic issues and understanding the concepts within some particular phrases. So being responsible depends on, should I say, like, it's a kind of being perspective aspect of something.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So if women want men not to be toxic, they should try also not to be toxic, because there is something that will always radiate anger in someone. Only a foolish person will just sit down and start getting angry unnecessarily. So I can't just sit down here as we are talking and get myself upset and start carrying this mic and everything and start throwing away. No. But something must lead to something. So the fact that women want men to be responsible according to their own perspective of responsibility. You should also try to see
if you can be responsible.
That is it, very simple.
Okay. The fact that you need a man to be responsible, you need a man to be lovely, you need a man to be romantic in a relationship so that inconsistency won't lead to heartbreak. You too, try to work on yourself, try to develop yourself. It's always amazing to have you on a session on can one actually end an intimate relationship without hurt. So, until next episode, stay blessed.